This is the Other 23 Hours podcast. We're here to bring awareness to and reduce the stigma of addiction through an open dialogue about recovery. Join us this week and every week for new episodes and content.
For this podcast, we're doing some... Wait, what do we call this?
Well, so it's called post-rehab struggles, but it's kind of just like a recap of the last month or so.
Right. Well, because that's been what you've been experiencing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been a series of like weird happenings. I guess.
Or small challenges.
Small challenges. I like that.
Yeah.
They're like little baby challenges.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, tell us some of the things.
Some of the things. Well, so I didn't know what was going to happen with my probation, sentencing, and all this stuff. I didn't know if I was going to have to go away and do some time, what the deal was with it, what they were going to say, and... So a number of things have happened, and I have to do more probation. I have to take an outpatient class.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Which, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
We could get your feelings on that another time if you wanted to share.
Yeah.
them. Although it might be more interesting to do it near the end of it.
I think once I go through it a little more, it would maybe be more relevant because I guess we'll see what it really has to offer.
Right.
So I met up with a friend of mine, and she was going to give up the supervisor job at a coffee bar that I used to work at. So between that and not knowing how much time I was going to get, I wasn't really able to apply to any serious jobs, so...
Right, because you didn't know whether you would have to just quit them. I mean, literally
it
the
didn't
day
make sense.
of, because if they took you away to jail, it would be directly from
I'd be working
court,
for like
usually.
2 weeks, and then...
Yeah.
Or a week or something, and then just not.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
No, didn't make sense. But that's all figured out, so now I get to do...
Right, but then you got the weird sentencing. You're weird. Well, I think it's weird.
Well, it's weird, but I don't know. My PO is just lazy or something.
Wait, what? Why do you say that?
Well, unless my judge changed her mind. So typically I got 4 weekends, and typically when they sentence people to weekends, it's just a 48-hour period. Mm-hmm. You go in on Friday, you get out on Sunday, whatever time you came in.
Right.
However, they did that with me, and then they're giving me an extra 4 hours. So they said I have to be in by 4 on Friday, and they let me out. And it's interesting. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
It's interesting because my judge said, I'm going to write on your paperwork to let you out by 8 o'clock. They can let you out sooner, but this way, at the very latest, they'll let you out by 8. And at the jail, they interpreted that as let you out at 8 o'clock. So I got in at 4 on Friday, and I thought I was going to get out at 4 on Sunday, and they were like, no, we don't know. We don't know what this word by means, so we're just going to say that you get out at 8. And I was like, well, that's not what my judge said. So they told me to email my PO, and I did. My PO was like literally 2 minutes after I sent the email. She was like, no, your judge wants you to stay till 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
and I'm
bummer.
Like, well, first of all, I guarantee you that's not correct because that is not what she said, and you weren't even there while I was getting sentenced. So, that's just not correct. And you're just lazy and don't want to talk to my judge.
Oh, that's why.
That's how I took it. I don't know if that's true, but I highly doubt that she talked to her and was like, hey, so what's the deal with this?
Right.
No.
Right.
She's just making an assumption.
Right.
I mean, granted, in the grand scheme of things, it's 4 hours, and I only have to do 4 weekends, so it's really not that big of a deal. Like, I'm going to be looking at things in another 3 weeks, and I'm not even going to have to do them anymore. And I'll be like, well, whatever, who cares?
Right.
But right now, while I have to do them, it sucks.
So, just to clarify for everyone, you have to go into jail at 4 p.m. on Friday.
Yep.
And then you get out at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. on Sunday. It makes perfect sense, right?
It's so ridiculous. And he has to do this all 4 weekends in December.
Yeah.
Which luckily don't overlap with holidays.
Yeah, there's no Christmas.
But
And I mean,
still,
I've like done more time than that.
before,
But I mean,
right?
yeah, but it's still not. It's not a good time.
It's right. Well, so that's the thing. But okay, so you did your first weekend.
Did my first
this
weekend.
last weekend.
Just got out day before yesterday.
All right. So, what'd you do?
What
What
did I
does one do when they have to do weekends?
Man, not much.
Okay.
I read a couple books.
Okay.
I like literally read through the entirety of 2 novels over the course of 2 days, and I like had to pace myself so that I didn't just read through them.
Gotcha.
But you're just in this little block with like 15 other people, and you can kind of like spend some time talking to them, hearing their story about what's going on with them, talk about people you know. I wanted to play cards.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play some cards, and I
Yeah.
did not play a single game of cards in there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no spades, no nothing, because people were just
bummer.
grinding and betting, and I was like, I'm not gonna.
What is grinding?
You play for items.
Oh, okay.
You're betting on
Gotcha.
who's gonna win. And I'm like, I'm here for 2 days. I'm
Right.
not gonna get into all that. 'Cause what am I
Right.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Eat some freaking noodles? No, I'm there for 2 days. I don't care. I don't need any super deodorant. Get out of here. So that was a thing.
Okay.
I did see a guy that I know, and he hooked me up with some coffee, and that was nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, really delicious instant jail special coffee.
Well, anything is
It was
better than
something,
nothing.
Yeah, that is true. I was tired like a lot though. I slept. I slept a lot more than I normally do.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I think I went to bed on Saturday night at like 9:30
Wow.
at night. I didn't get up till probably 7 in the morning or so.
Okay.
And I was still tired.
Yeah.
So that happened. But yeah, so I've been doing this gig digging cable for AT&T that I just found off Craigslist, and like now, the Whole Foods thing didn't pan out.
Right. The whole
So
food thing
I'm
didn't
not.
pan out, so that's a bummer.
I'm not running that coffee bar
Right.
because they're going with someone else.
Yep.
And now I'm trying to find some holiday work so I can pay rent.
Yep.
And I don't know. So there's like a lot to juggle, right? So I have to hit a meeting every day. I have to do this outpatient thing on Wednesday nights. I have to find work. Mm-hmm. I go to the gym.
The gym is important for you.
Gym's important for me, yeah.
Yeah. Just as important as the other things.
I would say, for sure.
Yeah. I know you would. Yeah.
I don't, so, like, I go to meetings because I have to for probation and my housing and all this. Mm-hmm. And, like, I know enough people that it's usually I'll go and I'll see someone that I know and, like, I can catch up with them and it's nice.
Yeah.
It's not always the case.
Right.
So, like, because I have to go to a meeting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is fine. And I don't know if it's going to be good or not. But when I go to the gym, I know without a doubt that I'm going to leave there feeling like way better than when I came in.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I had not considered that.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same. Some people say that about that's like the function that meetings have for them.
Right, right.
And I respect that. And sometimes it works that way for me too.
Right. But you're not a like an intense extrovert.
Well,
You're also not an introvert,
I'm not an
I don't
intense.
think, but-
No, I'm kind of. I'd say I'm pretty like middle of the road.
You're middle of the road with a leaning toward introvert.
Yeah, I'm an
think.
extroverted introvert. I would say. I guess you
Yeah.
could probably like 60-40,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, what do you think I am?
I think you are kind of the same but flipped.
Okay.
So maybe like
An
60-40.
introverted extrovert.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You might be a little more extroverted than I am.
I think that might
Introverted.
be true.
You might be like 70-30
Oh, really?
or
Wow.
65,
Maybe that's true. Yeah.
35 or something.
I feel quite introverted right now.
Well, there's different times. You know, it ebbs and it flows. There's times that I feel more extroverted than other times.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
Although I've never seen you be like, I just need to get out and be around some people,
Well,
which is kind of an extrovert thing. So,
I do. So if I think I do a pretty good job of keeping up with that,
okay.
which is why that's
You're
not really a thing.
Oh, okay.
So like I feel like I have enough built into my life where I see enough people. And like here's the thing too is I live with four other
right.
dudes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I have to see them
Yep.
every day.
Yep. No, that's
So that kind of fulfills like a lot of the extrovert.
It does. Right. It's a social
stuff.
environment essentially.
It is. Yeah.
Having a roommate or roommates
Yeah.
is it's a more extroverted experience.
Yeah, it
very
eats
hard
up
to-
it eats up social energy. That was another
It
tough
does.
thing about jail.
Oh,
There's
right.
no way to get away from people. It's a
yeah.
small area, and if someone just wants to talk, well, I mean, there's no like place you can go
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
to just
Right.
not talk to them.
Right.
And I'm not the type of person to be like, yo, shut up, dude. I just don't want to talk to you right now. So maybe that's on me, but maybe there's a nicer way to say that.
Maybe. Hard to say.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
All
So
right.
that took up a lot of energy.
Yeah. So, for us that don't know what this particular jail looks like, when you say on the block and with 15 other people, like, where were you, what was going on?
All right, so I got processed, and then you go to this block that
What is
cell
a-
block.
Okay, but
Cell
does
block.
this
So
is
there's-
this like a line of cells and that's your block, or is it
It
like
is-
a big cell?
No, so it's like I guess you could say it's like a square, right? So there's a big, the initial place that I went was a big square
Okay.
that is 2-tiered with
Okay.
8 blocks on the top and 8 blocks on the bottom.
Okay,
Or
so-
8 cells, sorry.
Or I was gonna say okay.
8 cells on the top, 8 cells on the bottom.
Okay.
So those are 2 sides of the square,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So then the other 2 sides of the square, there's like a big open area.
Wait,
In
when
the
you say
middle.
other 2 sides of the square.
So there's a square is like this. It has 4 sides.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So these 2 are cells, and these 2 are open areas.
Right.
So there's a TV, a little table to sit at to play cards and stuff,
I see.
and it's just open.
Can you
know?
see it from your
Yeah, you can see it
cell?
from the cell.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you can see out into the common area.
Right.
They're
Do the
just
cells
giant
have
metal
walls
doors.
between the cells, or is it
Yeah.
just okay?
Yeah, it's not a bird cage.
Okay. Right.
There's not bars.
Oh no, there's not.
No bars.
So wait,
Just
how do you
giant
see?
metal doors with a little plexiglass or something window.
Interesting. How many people to each cell?
1.
Really?
Yep. Single person cell.
I mean, that's not horrible, is it? Or is it?
I think
How many
it's
hours?
better.
How many hours a day do you have to be in there?
So there's 3 lockdowns. So at night you go in at 10:30. They lock you in. They let you back out at 7:30 in the morning to eat. Then you get locked down again at 10 to 11 or 11 to 12 or something while the officer goes and eats lunch.
Okay.
And then they come back and then you eat lunch. And then there's a shift change at 3 and you get locked up in your cell from 3 to 3:30 while they do shift change. And then I don't remember if there's like a mid-evening lockdown or not. There might be another one from like 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 or something.
So other than those times, you're able to roam around in the little other part of the square.
Yeah.
The free area.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big is that?
It's really tall. It's probably like 25 or 30 feet tall.
Okay.
So it's really high ceilings. Everything's really echoey because it's all concrete. And then it's probably about equidistant wide. So it's probably like 30 feet wide,
Yeah.
30 feet long,
Yeah.
30 feet tall.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's 2 levels. So there's stairs up in the middle that go up to the second level. And there's this little catwalk in front of the cells that's like an L shape.
So when you say this, what I'm envisioning is that 2 conjoining sides of the square,
Yeah.
which
that's
is
correct.
a 90-degree angle,
Yep.
have a row of cells on the bottom and a row of cells on the top.
Right.
But the other side of the square is just open. That's why the ceiling is 30 feet, is
Yeah.
because there's not another necessarily level to the full square. There's
No, it's
only
just a little
another
catwalk.
level on. So basically, like the cells are stacked on one side,
On top of each other.
and then the open space is on the other side,
Yep.
which is, we'll say, catty-cornered, actually, in some sense.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Too. Right. That's interesting. Huh.
It's a weird setup.
It's a little, yeah, it sounds very unique. I don't know if it is unique, but
I've only ever been locked up in this county. I don't know.
certainly this is not the way they portray it in the movies.
No, it's not. This is not a movie prison. No.
Very interesting.
No. You might see
It's
it on
not a
something.
movie jail either. I mean,
No, you might see it on something like a reality TV show, like
uh,
Scared Straight or something. I don't know.
yeah, maybe something like
That might be a little more realistic view of what jail is actually like. This is all short-term stuff. No one's doing anything more than a year.
You said that it was a long weekend.
It was a long weekend. Oh my gosh.
Do you think next weekend will be a long weekend? Or do you...
I think it will be probably just as long,
Does
honestly.
it depend on who is in there?
It does.
Do you
So,
think there'll be different people? Like,
some,
but
not a whole lot.
right? Okay.
Because they transferred us halfway through to a block where people are doing longer time.
Oh, okay.
It's what they call a privilege block. So like the people on it has a movie room, open area with a TV. It's like a dorm style, so it has a bunch of bunk beds in an open area. There's no cells, there's no lockdown.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of hang out. There's probably nine or 10 tables. There's a little machine that you can, I don't know, station, I guess. You can do dips and pull-ups and little workout things. But I just took it easy because
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, this is good. I'll just take a couple days off
Yeah.
from working out and eat a whole bunch of tasteless food that has no nutritional value.
Yeah.
And just get this over with.
So, you made it through the weekend.
I made it through the weekend. It's kind of annoying because it takes me like a minute to kind of get into the routine of jailing. And since I'm only there for 2 days, it's not enough time for me to get into like any
Right.
sort of routine or pass the time quickly.
Yeah.
And they, like, I can't just do all the days at once.
Right.
Like, they very specifically said the dates and the times that I have to be there.
Right.
So,
Which, if you had a job, it would be helpful on some level. Assuming that the job was at 9, it couldn't even be a 9 to 5 though, because you have to be in at 4 on Friday.
well, I would just have
So-
to, like, leave for an hour on Friday. Leave an hour early or something.
Well, kind of like an hour and a half, really.
Yeah.
I think it's still fine if it's. Going.
Yeah, depending on where it was.
Anyway, well, okay.
So 3 more of those,
3 more of those. What do
and
you?
I'm done.
What do you think is going to happen for the rest of the year? There's not much of it left.
What do you mean?
20 more days.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do I think is going to happen?
Are you gonna like get a job? Are you gonna see more of your grandma? What kind of things are gonna happen?
I have some family coming in from out of the country.
Oh yeah,
around
that's right.
Christmas.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. Got
Okay.
a cousin coming from Sweden, and then some family coming in from France. So that'll be exciting. I think it's my grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary
Oh man.
on New Year's Eve, so that's a thing.
Wow.
I think I'll get a job. Mm-hmm. I'd like to spend some more time with my grandma and friends. I'm going to keep going to the gym and keep going to meetings. Mm. And I think my time is just going to be taken up in other ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? What are you going to do?
Right. What am I gonna do? Well,
You said you're going to do some writing.
I'm gonna do some writing. So that's a thing. I've set what's called a stretch goal. Are
Oh,
you familiar
nice.
with this term?
Yeah, absolutely. You like write out what kind of stretches you're going to do, what days. And...
Oh my god. No. No.
Why would you call it a
The
stretch goal then?
The stretch goal is when you stretch yourself to reach a goal, usually faster than you normally would. So you're essentially kind of like burning up your energy and resources at a higher rate in order to get something done quicker.
I get it. So you do like lots of stretches in one day.
Oh my god. Anyway, my stretch goal is to I guess I will tell everyone I'm writing a book, and
Yeah.
I have to fill in a part of it, and it's a very difficult part to fill in. So I am taking the last 10 days of this year, and I'm doing basically kind of an entry or 2 a day to try to make it up, which is an incredibly emotional part of the book. So I don't know how easy it will be. It might actually be very hard to do.
No.
Because it's, when you're writing, you're like kind of reliving things.
Yeah, you have to delve into some tough time.
Yeah.
Well, for this book, some tough times.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about the book in the new year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people would like to hear about it.
Yeah. I think that you should write some things.
Yeah, you just have to tell me when.
I know, all right. Yeah. Let me get the first draft done and then...
Sure.
I mean, technically, I'm working on the second draft, which is neat.
That's exciting.
But it requires some large pieces to be put in, so it almost feels like a first draft because it's like writing in
Yeah.
large chunks.
Ghostwriting.
No.
Stretch writing.
What? No. Silly.
I'm just saying words. They don't mean nothing.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
I think
now
that-
we have to get on with the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that covers stuff that we wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's a short.
Kind of. It's a kind of short.
It's a short-ish.
Short-ish. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Good luck with the rest of your month and year, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
The other 23 hours is used for entertainment, informational, and educational purposes only. We are not medical professionals. None of this information should be used to treat or diagnose any illnesses. We are not legal experts and do not offer legal advice. Please consult your local physician or lawyer for your own unique situation.
A little dippy do.
Which way does the dip do?
Hey.